Greetings to you, Crocoduck Army, and may Satan be with you. That's right, I admitted it. I'm kidding, of course. I find it safe to assume that Satan is as real as God, and they're both about as real as that Amish Mafia reality show. Christians tell everyone that God is always with us, protecting us from evil, and Satan is always there too, tempting us toward evil. So it seems as far as they're concerned, they're both with us all the time. Of course, God is all-powerful, and if he felt like it, he could snap his heavenly fingers and rid the world of Satan, but he won't because the story is that a talking snake tricked Eve into eating a poison apple, and then she fell asleep for several years or something until Adam kissed her, I think. Or was that a Disney movie? I always get my mythologies mixed up. Different sects of Christianity seem to have very different views on what Satan even is, and different policies on just how much to terrorize kids with the concept. I was recently ridiculed by a Catholic for thinking that they thought Satan was an actual demon, yet Catholics are the ones who, to this day in some circles, perform the occasional exorcism, and for centuries thought mental illnesses like schizophrenia were the work of demons, if not Satan himself. Some say that Satan is simply a manifestation of all the evil things that people can do, but every time I hear of mass violence that a human does to fellow humans, there's a pretty clear trail of breadcrumbs back to traumatic events, firmly held ideology, a previously diagnosed mental illness, or some combination of those three things. No supernatural ingredient has ever been required for people to do what they do, so I see no need to start assigning that as a cause now. But I have seen satanic panic in my lifetime, and it's always hilarious. Growing up in the 80s, I remember stories in the local papers talking about communities around the country that were on edge about supposed satanic activity among the youth. Most of it was fueled by the local middle-class white kids being fans of the European spandex-clad hair bands, or of Ozzy Osbourne or Alice Cooper, or similarly shocking musicians. During a party, some teenagers would draw a pentagram in chalk on a rock out in the woods with Pabst Blue Ribbon cans or something at each point of the star. Then some God-fearing parents would find it, and pretty soon, even the local police would be on the lookout for signs that Captain Pitchfork was corrupting their children. Though I was always an atheist, I was never very rebellious, but even as a preteen who was several years from his first alcoholic beverage, I knew exactly what was going on when I heard these stories. And I chuckled right along with my parents as we watched the evening news. Actually, I find the atheist view of what Christians would call evil as much more personally responsible. With Christianity, there's this muddled view of what it actually causes you to hurt others. You have God encouraging you to do the right thing, which is always objectively the right thing, even though individual Christians disagree on what that might be, which I'm pretty sure makes it subjective at that point. And then there's Satan whispering over your shoulder to go ahead and fap like there's no tomorrow and allegedly angering God. And then there's the concept of free will and that God is omniscient and knows what we'll do, because he made us exactly how we are. But we still somehow have a choice, and God will be mad at us if we make some choices based on how he purposely made us. Kinda complicated, isn't it? That God character sounds like a bit of a sadist to me. Remember, he could let us make decisions without the influence of Satan to see what our souls were really made of, but he refuses. I'm not sure why Christians are okay with this perverse little arrangement, assuming this were actually true. If we're forced to be the masochists in God's games, shouldn't we at least get a safe word?